What if the pain waking you up every morning is not just aging? What if that stiffness in your knees, that tightness in your joints, that slow and painful movement when you get out of bed is actually something you are unknowingly making worse every single day? And what if I told you that one simple change at breakfast could begin reversing that process in just a few weeks? Most people believe inflammation is just part of getting older, something you have to live with, but that belief is exactly what keeps millions of people stuck in daily pain, because inflammation is not random. It is a biological reaction inside your body, and more importantly, it is something you can influence directly through what you eat. Right now, without realizing it, many people are starting their day with foods that trigger inflammation immediately. Sugary cereals, white bread, processed meats, even certain fruit juices. These foods create a spike in blood sugar, which sends inflammatory signals throughout your body. And once that process begins, it continues all day long. I am Dr. James, and I've seen this pattern repeatedly in patients who feel like nothing is working. They try medication, therapy, even exercise, but they ignore one of the most powerful triggers of inflammation, their first meal of the day. Today, I'm going to show you a simple but powerful way to change that. 5 breakfast foods that work with your body, not against it. Foods that support your natural healing system and reduce inflammation from the inside out. Stay with me until the end, because when these foods are combined correctly, they don't just reduce pain. They change how your body functions every single day. Let's first understand what is actually happening inside your body, because without that clarity, nothing else will make sense. The pain you feel is not just wear and tear, it is inflammation, a process where your immune system stays active even when there is no injury to heal. Over time, this constant activation becomes harmful. It starts affecting your joints, your muscles, even your organs, and the worst part is, it builds slowly. You don't notice it day to day, but year after year, it gets worse. One of the biggest drivers of this process is diet, specifically foods that spike your blood sugar. When blood sugar rises quickly, your body releases inflammatory chemicals. These chemicals circulate through your system and create that stiffness and discomfort you feel. This is why mornings are often the worst after hours of inactivity. During sleep, inflammation levels are already elevated. And then, if your breakfast triggers another spike, you are starting your day in the worst possible state. Studies have consistently shown that people who consume anti-inflammatory foods regularly experience lower pain levels, better mobility, and improved overall health. This is not a trend. This is well-established science. So instead of asking how to manage pain, the better question is how to reduce the source of it. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. The first food we need to talk about is something simple, but incredibly powerful. Turmeric, specifically turmeric prepared as a warm morning drink, often called golden milk. Turmeric contains a compound known as curcumin. This is one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory substances. What makes it unique is how it works at the cellular level. It blocks pathways in your body that trigger inflammation. In simple terms, it stops the signal before inflammation even begins. That's why many people who use it consistently report reduced pain, less stiffness, and improved flexibility over time. But preparation matters. Curcumin is not easily absorbed on its own. When combined with black pepper, absorption increases significantly. Adding a small amount of healthy fat, like milk, further improves its effectiveness. A simple preparation is all you need. Warm milk, a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a bit of cinnamon or ginger. Drink it daily, preferably in the morning, and your body will begin to respond. Consistency is key here. This is not a one-time solution, but over time, it creates a noticeable shift in how your body feels and functions. Now let's talk about something your body desperately needs, but most people don't get enough of: omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats that help control inflammation in your body. Your body produces signals that either increase or decrease inflammation. Omega-3 fats help produce signals that calm the system down. They essentially act as a natural balancing mechanism. The problem is, modern diets are heavily unbalanced. Most people consume far more omega-6 fats than omega-3. This creates a constant inflammatory environment inside the body. By adding omega-3 rich foods to your breakfast, you begin correcting that imbalance. Foods like salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flax seeds are excellent sources. These foods don't just reduce inflammation, they support heart health, brain function, and overall longevity. That's why they are considered essential, not optional, including even a small amount in your morning meal can start changing your body's internal response for the entire day. Now here's something simple, accessible, extremely effective. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Any of these can play a powerful role in reducing inflammation. Berries contain natural compounds that protect your cells and reduce the production of inflammatory chemicals. These compounds also help improve how your body handles blood sugar. This is important because stable blood sugar means fewer inflammatory spikes, and fewer spikes mean less pain and stiffness throughout the day. Another advantage of berries is how easily they fit into your routine. You can add them to oatmeal, smoothies, or simply eat them fresh. Frozen berries work just as well, making them convenient and affordable. When combined with omega-3 foods and turmeric, berries create a powerful synergy. Each component supports the others, making the overall effect stronger. This is how real change happens, not through one ingredient, but through the combination of the right foods working together. Now let's move to something that surprises most people, because many believe it's just a drink, not a powerful health tool. I'm talking about green tea, and more specifically, matcha. Most people start their morning with coffee, and while coffee has its place, it doesn't provide the same anti-inflammatory support as green tea. Matcha contains a compound called egg, which is one of the most potent natural antioxidants studied today. This compound works at a deeper level inside your body. It reduces the activity of inflammatory pathways and helps calm your immune system when it becomes overactive. In simple terms, it turns down the volume of inflammation signals. Another advantage is how matcha is consumed, unlike regular tea, where you steep and discard the leaves. Matcha allows you to consume the entire leaf in powdered form. That means a much higher concentration of beneficial compounds in every sip. When you include matcha in your morning routine, you're not just getting hydration. You're giving your body a tool to regulate inflammation more effectively throughout the day, and because of its natural balance, it provides energy without the crash many people experience with coffee. Adding this to your breakfast routine is simple. A small amount of matcha mixed with warm water or milk can easily become a daily habit. Over time, it contributes to better energy levels, improved focus, and reduced inflammatory stress. Now we come to the final food in this protocol, and it's something most people already have at home. Nuts, but not just as a snack, as a powerful anti-inflammatory component of your breakfast. Nuts like almonds, walnuts, and pistachios contain a unique combination of nutrients that support your body in multiple ways. They provide healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants that work together to reduce inflammation. One of the key nutrients in nuts is vitamin E. This helps protect your cells from oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to inflammation. At the same time, the magnesium content supports muscle and nerve function. Another important factor is how nuts affect your gut. The fiber they contain feeds beneficial bacteria, and those bacteria produce compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your body. This connection between gut health and inflammation is something many people overlook. Including a small portion of nuts in your breakfast can create a steady source of energy. It prevents sudden spikes in blood sugar and helps maintain balance throughout the day. The key is moderation. A small handful is enough. When combined with the other foods we've discussed, nuts complete a powerful anti-inflammatory system that supports your body from multiple angles. Now here's something most people miss completely. It's not just what you eat, it's when and how you eat it. Timing plays a crucial role in how your body responds. Inflammation tends to be highest in the morning. That's why stiffness and discomfort are often worse when you wake up. This is the exact moment your body needs support. If you delay your breakfast or start your day with the wrong foods, you allow inflammation to stay elevated longer. But when you introduce anti-inflammatory foods early, you shift that response immediately. Another critical point is combination. These foods are powerful individually, but when combined, they create a synergistic effect. That means their impact becomes stronger when used together. For example, combining berries with healthy fats improves nutrient absorption. Pairing turmeric with black pepper enhances its effectiveness. Adding omega-3 fats supports the entire system. This is not about picking one food, it's about building a complete breakfast that works as a system. When done correctly, it changes how your body responds for the entire day. Now let's talk about something important, expectations, because this is where many people go wrong. They try something for a few days, don't see dramatic results, and then stop. But inflammation doesn't disappear overnight. It builds over time, and it also takes time to reduce. The changes you're making are not temporary fixes. They are long-term adjustments. In the first few days, you may notice small improvements, less stiffness, slightly better movement, more energy. These are early signals that your body is responding. After a few weeks, the changes become more noticeable. Pain reduces, mobility improves, daily activities become easier. This is where consistency starts paying off. The biggest transformation happens when you stick with it. Your body begins to reset, inflammation levels stabilize, and you start experiencing a level of comfort that you may not have felt in years. This is not about quick results. It's about sustainable improvement, and once you experience it, going back to old habits becomes difficult. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. The pain, the stiffness, the discomfort you feel every day is not something you have to accept as normal. It's a signal that your body needs support. For years, you may have believed that medication was the only solution, but what you've seen today is something different, a way to work with your body instead of fighting against it. These foods are not complicated. They are simple, accessible, and easy to include in your daily routine. But when combined correctly, they create a powerful effect. The real change begins with awareness. Once you understand what's happening inside your body, your choices become more meaningful. Every meal becomes an opportunity to improve your health. The question now is simple. Are you going to continue the same habits, or are you ready to make a change that your body has been asking for? Because the decision you make tomorrow morning could change how you feel for the rest of your life.